Yo, I'm the Reverend, and something's been bugging me. It's getting increasingly more obvious that there's a lot of people in this world that's just getting the short end of life's straw. And, it's not their fault. They use the cards that they're dealt, and it sometimes depends on the place they're born or the year they're born, like what's going on during that time period. But shit can hit the fan with both of those conditions. But it's becoming more and more common that people are born in great conditions, but life still sucks for them for one or two particular reasons. Shitty fucking parents!
You're pissing me off!
Point blank. There are just some straight up idiots here trying to take care of children nowadays. They don't know the first thing about what it takes to take care of a child, and nor do they have any right to even fucking try. Alright? I mean, shit. There are three big issues. Three kinds of shitty parents. There are the neglectful asswipes, the overprotective pansy bitches, and then those clueless, brainless nutsacks who control the kid's entire way of life from the cradle to the goddamn grave. First, let's talk about the neglectful parents. By the way, this is going to get touchy. I may say some things that you may find offensive, especially if they fit you or someone you know to a T. That bothers you? Back button. Go. Now, those of you that are still there, here we go. First type, the poor ones. They tend to be people that are always partying and eventually get it on with somebody without protection, knowing they have no goddamn way to take care of a child. But hell, they can barely support their own damn selves. They're just these penniless fuckers that need to be worried more about getting a job that pays more than fucking minimum wage, or even less for some people, rather than trying to party, get drunk, and then get laid. Not necessary. I mean, seriously, there's a difference between living for the moment and living like there's no tomorrow. There is a reason you plan for the future, people. Unless you've got AIDS or terminal penis cancer or something. Anyway, bam, you knock the woman up. She gets knocked, you're knocked up if you're the woman. 9 months later, the kid's here. And what happens? You don't treat it like your child. You treat it like a stray pet. Or any just mangy animal there on the streets. You don't care, but you still take care of it just a little bit. If they feed it, they clean it up a bit every now and then leave it in a closet for like 5 hours when it starts crying. Just like the bare minimum, just to keep it alive, so so that it doesn't end up dead and they don't have to end up in damn jail. Best case scenario for this kind of child is that child services shows up and they're smart enough to know the kid is in unfit living conditions and gets it out of there. And by best case scenario, I mean it never fucking happens. But that's just the poor people. There's also those rich bitches that consider the country clubs and golf games with Donald fucking Trump much more important than even seeing their son or daughter off for their first day of school. Those kids who seem okay, when they're at school, but when they're home, they're spending all day along with just a bunch of material goods and stuff, but nobody to enjoy them with. Like the only person that you ever truly see it, the only person they ever truly see at home is like the maid or the butler. It's like, hey, mom and dad, let's go to Disneyland. Sebastian, handle this. It's speaking to me again. What is the point? If you don't want the kid, don't have it. Door number 2. Those overprotective cream puffs. The second the umbilical cord is snipped, their mother refuses, I repeat, refuses to let that child ever leave her sight again. I mean, it's like she's convinced that her child is like a great gift from the powers that be, and then it has to be treasured at all times. Despite what I just said about those neglectful fuckers, let me make one thing clear, people. No human is ever that important. Nobody's that important. Nobody. And I mean, seriously, these Q-tips are just pampering the kid for no goddamn good reason. I mean, they're feeding it nothing but like organic foods and breast milk when they're still infants, and that's just the start. That's starting small. But then it gets to the point where they're just like dressing it up in silk diapers and throwing a party every time it takes a shit. Like green shit's like a funky ass miracle or something that stains things. No. All green shit is just to go out there and buy some more overpriced diapers. Like silk-based Huggies are really that important. Like it's really going to be that much better for the child's anus. We also have golden fleece diapers, but we're saving those for special occasions. And when these kids start to grow up, by that I mean they like grow more horizontally than vertically, these stupid little Q-tip parents refuse to see how much they fuck their kids up. They won't even accept the fact that they screwed them up, even when the bullies start beating them up, ridiculing them for being plump and fat and spoiled, or even dragging their chubby little round asses to a fucking bowling alley and then throwing them into the pins. When that happens, when the kids actually tell the parents what they say, they're just jealous. They're just jealous because you have such loving parents and they don't. No, they're not. They are not jealous of the fact that you got these idiotic parents. They're actually praising your parents. Praising that they created the greatest fuck mothering bowling ball that's ever been born! Guaranteed strikes every time. No matter who you are. No matter how bad you are. You don't even need bumpers if you suck because they can't even fucking fit in the gutters. Just make sure somebody's over there to catch him before he gets into the ball return because he's not going to fit through that either. Option C. Here's the most annoying of parents in my opinion. And nowadays, it seems they're the most common too. The biggest screw-ups. I'm talking about the, I know what's right for my child, damn it, kind of parent. They control just about everything that happens in the kid's life. Basically just trying to make the perfect human being or the next Buddha or some shit like that. I mean, everything that they think they'll make the kid perfect, they're gonna make happen. I mean, I'm talking exchanging any and all freedoms for as much influence as they can put on the child. Not giving the kid any say in the matter whatsoever. If they want that kid to be ambidextrous, they're going to make him or her use both hands for everything. If they want that kid to be an athlete, they're going to put him and her or him or whatever in a sport at the age of 5 and make them stick with it no matter how much they hate it. To hell with mediocre. Either my kid's going to be number 1 or it's not my child. And when the kid can't hack it, if that kid starts to rebel, when that kid just starts to break down and can't take it anymore, the parents just don't get why. Where did we go wrong? And they start to think that they're bad parents. Which they are. They are bad parents. But in order to remedy it, to fix things, they swear they're going to be better parents. But by that, they mean meaner parents. Stricter parents. And even bigger douches of parents. I mean, you do nothing wrong. And what happens? You're in trouble. Mom, did you see what happened at the party? Auntie don't spit in my eye. Right when she was telling me one of those annoying stories that she always talking about. Oh yeah, I know. I saw that. You said she did that out loud and I didn't hear you apologize even once. Why didn't you apologize to her? Wait, what? Me apologize? She spit in my eye. Grounded! These fucks have some of the qualities and of both the neglectful and the overprotected idiots. By neglectful, I mean they'll refuse to listen to anything the child says. Even when that child makes it to an adulthood. If they can even make it that far. It's like You know you're not to speak to your mother without an Academy Award to your name, you failure. And they're overprotective, but not even letting them have friends or let anyone besides themselves, the parents, have any influence. Can't even go to social outings because they may contaminate what the father planned. And then they'll make stupid up excuses for why they can't go out. You can't go to prom because winners don't get pregnant. And ultimately, what happens to these kids with the screwed up parents? Some of them are okay, but some are pushed to the extreme, and their futures can get really fucking shitty. The neglected struggle for attention, and they tend to need it like constantly and from somebody. They don't care who. So those people in those abusive relationships where they're always being treated like crap. Sometimes it's because they want the attention. It's the only attention they think that matters to them anymore. I know it's a bad person, but at least this person looks at me. The spoiled brats. They don't learn that the world does not revolve around them. And when they get older, they don't really become anything. They had everything handed to them, so they didn't get a chance to develop any fucking skills necessary to get a job. The result? Freeloaders. Living with their parents at the age of 50 if they even make it to that age. God damn it. And the kids that are overly controlled, they become rebels. I'm talking the ultimate rebels, but in the worst way. By that I mean, they do anything just to get back at their parents. They become awkward cult leaders or followers just to find some kind of freedom. Freedom from the parents, at least. They may become strippers or prostitutes or gigolos or whatever because they were never allowed to even look at members of the opposite gender. Sometimes they just become fucking lunatics who say to hell with it and just blow their fucking idiots away. And then they have to put the gun and turn it on themselves because they forgot to think that through and they realized they left too much evidence on the gun on the fucking floor. Bottom line, the parents of this generation and the next, you better get your shit together. Or you'll probably end up one day creating onto this earth the one person that will finally bring forth the end of the entire fucking human race. I'm talking about an entity that creates chaos and pain and agony and misery and all that shit everywhere he goes. I'm talking a pissed off, fucking angry, hateful bastard who hates just about everything that he comes across. Oh shit, wait a minute. Where's that going? I gotta think that through. Until next time, I'm the Reverend. Now get on out of here before you piss me off. Next time I'll talk about public bathrooms. A nightmare for hell and everybody.